Taurus, your weekly love tarot reading begins with Lovers, Page of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. Your person in this connection is coming in with the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. At the bottom of this deck, we have Judgment. Wow. So Judgment, Taurus, oftentimes is a very misunderstood energy in the tarot. Here we're talking about learning to understand your judgments, maybe even seeking a reconciliation. We're going to come back to that energy. So Taurus, let us begin by going right into the energies that you and your person are coming into the week with. For you, you have Lovers and your person Knight of Swords. So that Lovers energy, that's a soulmate card, right? You're feeling very connected to this person, feeling soulmate energy, feeling as if you're wanting to move forward with this person. This person also, Knight of Swords, is coming in for them. So they are communicating a lot with you. They have grand ideas that they are acting upon as well. We're going to go a little bit deeper. This is just the beginning general energies here. Let's see what this Lovers and Knight of Swords is all about. Um, Knight of Swords, you may be dealing with some air energy. Let's come to that Lovers. Okay, so right away we get into a bit more. The decision is there. Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles. So both of you need to make a decision, right? And this is going to be in line with this connection. Taurus, it feels here as though both you and your person are juggling a lot, right? You're juggling two different circumstances, perhaps. You may be apart from each other right now. You may be living, for instance, at a long distance, right? But there's a decision that's coming in for you to make, Taurus, about this love connection. Your person has a lot of ideas about how to move forward. And again, as I say, it seems as though there's a lot to juggle, right? To make it all happen. But it does absolutely hinge on a decision. This feels like a long distance relationship that's trying to become more of a non-distance, right? Relationship, a relationship where you two are physically together instead of at a distance from each other. But it requires some planning. It requires a decision. And for some of you, this may be a reconciliation with a previous lover, right? So the two of you are sort of exploring the possibility of perhaps getting back together. And again, the decision is very much in your court. Before we move on, let's go ahead and look at how the two of you see each other in this connection. Interesting. Page of Pentacles is how you see them. So there's a feeling here that they've begun to perhaps get their act together a little bit, right? Page of Pentacles energy indicates that, you see them taking the first steps toward being secure and stable. They see you and they see an Ace of Swords. So a new vibe, a new energy coming in, a new sense of victory coming in. It feels to me, Taurus, like, again, this may be an ex or an old flame that's coming back in. And they always kind of knew that this was going to happen. I think they always had this idea that the two of you would indeed find a way to reconcile and get back together. Because there's a feeling here of victory for them, clarity, victory, a feeling of, I told you so, I told you this was going to happen. I told you we would get back together. And of course, that decision hasn't been made yet, but it's almost as if you've made the decision that you want to get back together because you have that Lovers there and that feels really strong, but it's how you're going to do it that requires a choice here. You have Ace of Swords coming in for you as well. So you have a whole new outlook as well for you. And then the Seven of Wands. This person is really going to fight for you, Taurus, especially if they let you go before, right? If this is a previous lover that messed up with you, let you go, and also held on to this idea of, yeah, I'm going to get you back one day. You know what I mean? And right now it seems to be playing out just as they said. They're going to fight for it, right? Seven of Wands comes in. They are absolutely going to fight for it. If there's anybody else in your life that you may even be considering dating or that's coming into you, they are not going to have any of that. I think they've realized the mistake that they may have made in the past, and again, this opportunity that they knew was coming in is now coming in. So they're going to do whatever they can to make this work, especially here with this Knight of Swords. They are absolutely going to get rid of anything that might be standing in the way of this. Again, Ace of Swords for you as well. So you are having a whole new outlook on this connection also. Again, the love is there. I think the love never really went away. But something happened here, that led to a split, that led to the two of you being away from each other. And now it just seems like the opportunity is coming back in. How do you see your roles in this relationship? So for you, you have a 10 of 10 of Pentacles. They didn't bring that up. I love these cards. They're so beautiful. This 10 of Pentacles for you, I feel like you feel your position here is very Taurian. You're a Taurus and you always have strong Pentacles energy, even in your love readings. And it feels to me like here, what the role you see, of course, is bringing that physicality, that stability, the security, the financial stability, right? Your person sees themselves as a Queen of Wands. I think they bring an energy of having learned something to the relationship. The Queen of Wands is she's a court card and energy of someone who's really been through a lot, who's really been through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of difficult periods. And she is the highest sort of court card for learning your lessons. You know what I mean? Like gaining the wisdom from the experiences that you've had and sort of, being proud of all of your experiences. So I feel like your person is really coming in wiser. This time away, this split, and I do feel strongly like this was a split, even a physical split, has really allowed your person to reflect, on what they lost here with you, their responsibility and all of that, Hierophant energy. And so they're coming back with a real wise energy here, Queen of Wands, real sort of leveling up, right? Hierophant and the Six of Cups. So for you, Taurus, you're wanting something very traditional here. Okay. This is, if this relationship is going to work again, and if you're going to have this reconciliation, this choice here, I think what's coming in for you and what's making it difficult is that yes, you want this connection, you care for this person, the love is absolutely there, but you don't want to repeat the mistakes of the past. And there's a very specific kind of relationship you want to have with this person. And I think it's very different from the one you had before. I think this time around, you're really seeking to have something that is very much in line with your sensibilities. I think that maybe perhaps in the last iteration of this connection, you're more willing to sort of give, right? Okay, you want it to be a little bit open, or you want it to be a little bit loose, or you know what I mean? Like, I think that you gave in a lot, not a lot, but at least a little bit on some of your requirements. Maybe not so much your principles, but like some of the things that you actually really desire and require in a connection, which probably led to the breakup as well. But this time around, you're very specific about what you want. And I think you want something that is very much in line with who you are, Taurus, like a real solid physical together every day, see each other working, making that money, prosperous relationship. Your person is Six of Cups energy coming in. They are extremely affectionate right now with you. They just love you so much, and I think they're also, because of this kind of experience that they've gotten, this lesson they've kind of learned here, they are really leaning in to their affection for you based on how much they know about you, how well they know you, the history that the two of you have together. Again, soulmate energy. Now, let's get to the possible outcomes. And here it gets a little bit tricky, right? Because Taurus, your possible outcome is the Three of Swords. And their possible outcome here for this energy is a King of Wands. So, Three of Swords is betrayal, right? Three of Swords is heartache. It is deception. Oh gosh, these are just possible outcomes, but yeah, there is a possibility here that there may indeed be a letdown, that there may be some deception that's come in. Now, let me be clear here. Um, I don't feel that your person is purposely trying to get over or deceive you, or, is purposely trying to play you. Okay. I think, and I feel strongly here with this particular, showing of the card for betrayal. It's more to do with just your feelings, Taurus, in the sense that you may be feeling a little bit sensitive about them having dated somebody else, or during this period while you guys were away from each other. There may have been some things that they've gotten up to, which were absolutely okay for them to do, and, which was not any kind of cheating or third party energy because the two of you weren't together. But it still hurts you, right? It still hurts you because despite the fact that the two of you were away and broke up, the love connection here is extremely deep. Your person comes in with a possible King of Wands. Um, you may be dealing with somebody who's a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, Taurus, or they may have that energy in their chart, but they absolutely come in with a very dominant energy, an energy of taking control of this particular situation. They're just not going to let you slip through their fingers again. Spirit of the waters, cleansing. Spirit of the rabbit, sex. Uh-oh. And spirit of the cat. So spirit of the waters is coming in, cleansing, healing emotions. There is a feeling of this relationship going through a cleanse. Spirit of the rabbit, fertility, sex, spring. Fertility, you have been warned. And spirit of the cat, independent, curious, fanciful. Yeah, there's a curiosity here. uh, I feel mostly just, you miss each other, and there's a curiosity of, what could possibly happen if you both try again, seeing the people that you are now. Okay, we have tiger energy and starfish. Interesting. So we have fire energy and water energy. Well, the tiger in almost every culture of the world is synonymous with fear and overcoming fear. And so this animal spirit is a highly intuitive, feminine energy, lunar energy animal spirit that is all about confronting your fears, right? Trusting your instincts no matter how dark the path may be. You have the starfish. The starfish is a water energy animal spirit. And it's interesting because the starfish is all about how beautiful it is, right? The starfish is, it's beautiful. It's a star, but that's it. There's no depth there. There's nothing uh, there's no layers, right? And so, starfish energy, being a water animal spirit, is about that energy that some people may have that's just surface. You know, the surface is all great and beautiful, and yeah, but it's really just stops right there. And the emotions don't run very deep. The starfish reminds us to look within, because there is deeper, more beautiful layers to everyone and everything, including the starfish, and to not rely on the exterior. Don't rely on the beauty that you have for your emotional connections. All right, Taurus, this was a long one, almost 16 minutes. I'm going to leave it at that. This was your weekly love tarot reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, or share the content. Every Thursday, I upload the weekly love tarot reading for all earth signs, and this was the one for Taurus. So thank you. I wish you all love, life, and happiness. And I hope to see you right back here on my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot, next Thursday for your weekly love tarot reading. Bye bye now.